probably time that I start to rank the DCEU. I already did the ranking for the MCU, so now let's do DC. The franchise is already almost 10 years old and it consists of 12 movies and a TV show. So obviously I have an opinion. Black Adam just came out and I really love the movie. I know it's been review bombed by the critics, but the fans seem to like it. I'm excited to see what the future holds for the DCU, seeing as Peter Safran and James Gunn have taken over. The franchise is also being renamed the DCU and no longer the DCEU. Now I'm not gonna be including movies that aren't based in the DCEU, so no Joker, no The Batman, or no other TV shows on HBO Max or CW shows, including the Arrowverse shows. There's only one show in the DCEU so far, and I'm going to include that, and that's Peacemaker. So let's get started. In the 13th place, I have Wonder Woman 1984. I really do love superhero movies, but this one felt flat. It was a waste of time, to be honest. The only good thing that came from this movie was Pedro Pascal's character and his acting. It almost saved the movie. At number 12, I have Suicide Squad. This is the one that came out in 2016 and not the James Gunn one. This movie, it just sucked. Thankfully, it introduced us to characters like Deadshot and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn has been a main character of the DCEU so far, and I think Margot Robbie does an awesome job of bringing this character to the cinema. Sadly, we don't know what the future holds for Deadshot. I hope Will Smith will return in a solo project, maybe a TV show, or maybe in some other movie. But let's just wait and see. At number 11, I have the cinematic release of Justice League. Now this movie just sucked. Apart from the behind the scenes troubles the movie faced, I think they still could have saved it, but they didn't. They just made it worse. And the story doesn't justify bringing the Justice League together. And Steppenwolf was one of the worst comic book villains in years. The movie tried to capture everything that made the MCU special, but they tried to rush it, and that's why it didn't work out quite as well. At number 10, I have Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. So this movie had a lot of potential. It was awesome to finally get to see these two characters meet on the big screen and fight each other. And the introduction of Wonder Woman was amazing, but the movie still sucked. It turns out in life you can solve any conflict if your mother and your enemy's mother share a name. I guess that's just the logic of this movie. At number 9, I have Aquaman. Now, I know it's a little low, but just bear with me. I love this movie. I think Jason Momoa is perfect for the role, and he brought new life to the Aquaman character. At number 8, I have Wonder Woman. This was an awesome movie. Unfortunately, the villain failed, or the villain sucked, but the rest of the movie was awesome. It's a great origin story for Wonder Woman. And I think the introduction of the various characters was awesome. And seeing the Amazonian lore was also fun. At number 7, I have Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now this is the 4-hour movie that came out last year. I liked it. It's definitely better than the cinematic Justice League, but it still has its fault. It's not a perfect movie and it's definitely way too long. The overuse of slow motion scenes kind of put me off. But I still enjoyed the movie a lot. I think they did the characters justice. We get to see more Superman, we get to see more Cyborg, we get to see more of the Flash. But apart from that, I still think they could have shortened the movie. At number 6, I have the latest DCEU movie, Black Adam. The Rock really does fully embody this character. And I really love the movie. It makes the mistake of other superhero movies with having a stupid villain or a villain that just doesn't seem to be that much of a threat. Apart from that, the anti-hero aspect of the movie is awesome. The introduction of the JSA was great. I really hope we get to see more of Dr. Fate in the future and of Cyclone and maybe the rest of the JSA. Hopefully some other JSA members will join the team in the future. At number 5, I have Birds of Prey, The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I know that's quite of a mouthful, and that's probably one of the reasons why this movie wasn't such a success as it should have been. Unfortunately, the movie came out at the same time as the start of the pandemic, so uh, it didn't get as much shine as it should have. But you can still go check it out. It's definitely an awesome movie. At number 4, I have Shazam. Now, this might be a hot take that it's this high up in my list, but I love wholesome movies, and this movie was wholesome. It's a lot of fun. It's lighthearted, and the characters are great. It's a family story, so yeah, and that resonates with me. So you might not put Shazam this high, but it's definitely my number 4. At number 3, I have the movie that started the DCEU, Man of Steel, the introduction of Superman. I mean, this wasn't the Superman I expected, but I get it now. It's an origin story. We will get the Superman that we all know and love from the comics. Apart from that, this movie was a great start to the DCEU, and I can't wait to see what they do with Man of Steel 2 or Superman 2, whatever it's gonna be called. And with Henry Cavill back, I am more optimistic than ever. At number 2, I have The Suicide Squad, the movie that I feel single-handedly saved the DCEU. James Gunn came in and really tore everything apart and built a new Suicide Squad, and this was a way better Suicide Squad. He took elements that worked in the first movie and add elements that made this thing such a huge success. It's definitely the best movie of the DCEU. It introduced some amazing characters, and it's something that I can watch over and over again. And finally, my number 1 pick for the DCEU is Peacemaker. Now, this isn't a movie, obviously, it's a TV show, but it's the perfect story. James Gunn, once again, he hit it out of the ballpark with this show, and John Cena is perfect as Peacemaker. It's a grounded story, but yet it feels larger than life at times. And also, you can't forget Vigilante. He's an amazing character. And the rest of the team was awesome as well. The story was great. It took unexpected twists and turns, but at the end of the day, it all worked out for the better. So yeah, if you like this video, go check out my other videos. I'm gonna be posting more videos soon. So yeah, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and enjoy my content.